Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Where we're relaxing as per usual. And immediately forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, we're recording quite late. And to be fair, justified this time. I was pretty busy this evening and I didn't get back till about half an hour ago. So, you know, what can you do? So probably we'll be having a bit of a shorter episode today. But yeah, what am I going to talk about? Well, I'll say good evening, everyone. I'm here with a late night broadcast. Hope I can make it through this. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 1:11 AM on what should be Thursday, 9th of October 2025. What can I talk about? I don't know what I came back to. It was basically spurned by some like conversations I had today. But like everyone knows the phrase besties now. You know, it's very. I don't know if it's millennial or Gen Z. I think it's a millennial sort of slang for just best friend and you know like older Gen Z maybe, which is maybe why I use it. I mean like younger Gen Z don't really use it. But you know, I brought this up. I don't even remember necessarily how it was somehow spawned from a besties conversation. Like it, I mean, it feels like a very natural progression. But I brought up the fact that like Gen Alpha, I believe, are basically using Oomfies now, and everyone I was speaking to, who none of them were Gen Alpha, they were like even Gen Z or like my age, sort of Gen Z. So like but everyone else is like millennials or older, right? Everyone's basically just like, what the heck is Oomfies? If you don't know, Oomfies is short for, or like a cute way of saying one of my friends, OOMF, oomph, and then you put E in the end, like besties, Oomfies. I don't remember when I learned about it, to be honest. I think I just like saw it written down somewhere and I was just like, what? But like through context clues, it was like I learned that it was basically the same as besties, and then at some other point I saw one of my friends brackets oomph or something, and I was like, oh, I didn't realise that's what that meant. So I did my job of enlightening many people, I suppose, today, about the existence of Oomfies. Now, I was also looking up on way home about Oomfies, and you know, a lot of discourse about it. People are just like, I hate the word Oomfies so much, and you know, me reading it just sort of makes me go like, I don't know. I think it's always probably every generation's lot in life to absolutely despise the generation after them's like vocab or stuff like that, etc., etc. You know. Not in a way, like in a way where it's just like, oh, okay, kids these days are so stupid. Like I can't believe they're saying Oomfies to call to their best friends. When you know the generation above us are probably just like, I can't believe you know kids are so stupid these days. They're using like besties to refer to their best friends. Like I don't know. All of it to me always feels very arbitrary. Like everyone thinks of the slang that they use tends to be, well, okay, maybe not every time, but a lot of time tends to be the one which is like the cool slang, because that's what you think is cool, because that's what the cool people in your peerage were using, no? Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say about that, but I don't know, there's a lot of like probably like Gen Alpha slang nowadays, which I think the problem now is like, I feel like because a lot of the slang gets incorporated into like online speak, there's a lot of things which are sort of like reminiscent from millennial era and Gen Z era and now Gen Alpha era, sort of like blending together such a fact that I don't really know what they separate. And especially because a lot of them have been picked up from like other subcultures, like there's a lot of like from the queer community like subculture, which I think has pervaded a lot of like millennial slang, you know, like yas, queen, slay, that sort of thing, tea, snatched, right? And probably similarly for Gen Z as well, but like also like Gen Alpha apparently a lot of like AAVE, which is African American vernacular, I think. African American vernacular English is sort of pervading a lot of Gen Alpha dialect, like Gen Alpha slang. That's how I read somewhere. I don't actually know a lot of Gen Alpha slang. Okay, skibbity, not really AV. But I think like Riz no cap is about 8. I'm literally using Google AI to do it. It's like some of these I know, like Riz, skibbity is. Is it a Gen Alpha term? Hold on, what's a? This is what makes it so confusing. Gen Z something. Because no cap, bet, sus. Yeah, I definitely think of it as a Gen Z. But then no cap's also here in Gen Alpha. Bet is also here. Or okay, or maybe Aura is sort of like young Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I see. Ohio is definitely Gen Alpha. Mid? I don't know. Mid feels very Gen Z to me. Like some of these, like Riz feels like it's maybe it's because it's like an older Gen Z, younger Gen Alpha, which is why it feels like it crosses both. Skibbity's definitely feels to me Gen Alpha, but no cap feels Gen Z to me. 8 feels Gen Alpha. Brainrot feels like it's evasive, I suppose, for many generations. Sigma feels Gen Alpha to me. Phantom tax. I don't even know this one. That's a new one to me. Phantom tax? What is this? Stream of Phantom? I don't even know how to say this. Oh no. I'm out of a loop. It's 2 years old. Oh no. I'm really out of a loop. Gen Z slang. No cap, bet, Stan. I mean, but Stan is surely millennial. What? Because it's from Stan and Eminem, isn't it? Go, big yikes. Hits different. Okay, hits different. High key, low key. That feels very Gen Z. Let's pretty Gen Z. Okay, now and then we go up on millennial slang. Bay, oh that's true. Basic, fam, lit is also here. Savage, and savage feels like slay, shook, throw shade, thirsty. YOLO, okay, YOLO and adulting, that's so millennial. Okay, dude. Mewing, Gen Alpha. I don't know. Like, you see, like, why are some of these like sort of so pervasive throughout all different things? I don't mean sort of sit in and be like, oh, you know, I'll never understand the youth. You know, I'm more like, more power to you, youth. And go on, say you're mewing, say you're 8, say you're wait, what? But the one which, like, you know, I at least like to sort of understand what's going on, even if I don't necessarily incorporate the vernacular into my day-to-day speech. But the one that really surprised me, I think, was the fact that the quote funny number, I suppose, in Gen Alpha is 67, and I was like, why? And apparently it just appears in like a song or something. So it's 67 is like the meme number. And I remember this genuinely because I can't remember which series got uploaded. It was part 67, and then a load of like Gen Alpha people, I assume, came in posting comments being like, I only clicked on this because it was 67, and I was like, what on earth is going on? And yeah, I don't mean for it to come off from perspective of me being like, oh, I'm so old, you know, look at all these generations of slang and stuff which I don't understand. The kids back in my day, kids these days, sort of thing. No, it very much more so just being like, oh, huh, I didn't know that, like, this is what it was like, essentially. I'm like, kids these days, absolutely get out there, make your slang, you know, own it. Because, like, who cares, in my opinion, if slang belonging to one generation or not. The ruling I always use is, like, if I think it's a cool and useful slang, I will use it, you know. I still use groovy, I think, to talk about cool things. I don't know, because I think groovy is a very nice sort of, like, soft encapsulating way to say something is cool. I say things are lit. Yeah, it's true. And I do use high key and low key. I think those ones I use a lot based for like Gen Alpha, or maybe it's Gen Z. I use something coded, I like XYZ coded quite a lot. I don't know. Riz makes me feel like weird because it doesn't feel right when I say it, to be honest. But yeah, basically, slang is transcendental, is all I say. And Oomfies is absolutely something which I mean, I'll be honest, I use besties way more than I use Oomfies. Mainly because that's more with my cohort, to be real with you. But, I mean, if Oomfies is the next new thing, I have no problem with interchangeably using besties and Oomfies. As long as people understand what I'm talking about, you know? Yeah, I mean, Oomfies is a very funny sounding one. Bestie's like very directly one best friend, right? But Oomfies makes it sound like a bad thing, if anything. IMA. But that actually is another thing I do a lot of times. I speak acronyms. I say like IMO and SMH. Or NTY quite a lot. To be fair, I think that one is because it was like a Japanese slang or something, and I started using it because I like it. Like it was MGK or something, right? For Magica, yeah. Just being like, no way, like, for reals. Oh no, it's the one NG, meaning no good, which is like a Japanese slang or something, which I don't know, I just started using because I was like, oh, that's a really good way to say it. That's what I mean. If a slang is good, if a slang is useful, and it encapsulates something better than I think the literal description would, just start using it. Who cares if it's out of touch? Who cares if it's out of fashion? But yeah. Oomfies, I find it quite a funny one, despite the fact here I am, like, sort of praising it. Well, not praising it, I think, loaded. It's not like I'm praising it like, wow, it's so creative or anything, but to me, I think it just sounds quite funny. Like, Oomfies. It hasn't made that association in my head yet before, like, one of my friends. But I will be saying, I will be honest, it does sound kind of cute. Oomfies. Oomfie. You get what I'm talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm saying absolute nonsense. TBH. That's another acronym. I don't know. I think I'm a weird one with that as well, because like I don't know many other people who speak acronyms like I usually do. It's just, I don't know. It feels like a smoother way to say it. TBH, BTWs. Well, BT dubs actually people say. BRB. That's quite a common one. But NTY, I don't know, that's my favourite one. NTY and SMH, said aloud. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone out there also unironically using Oomfies? It's just a fun one to say, you know, besties, Oomfies. You know, Z's? Real Z's. What's it about the E's sound at the end of words, which is like so popular? Besties, Oomfies. You know? Why is that what catches on? I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It just is what it is. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. What else am I going to say about it? I don't know if I have anything to say about it, really. I guess. Oomfies. Hold on, let's see. Know your meme. I mean, it's more of an Urban Dictionary thing. When did it start coming about? Oomfie. It's unknown whether hashtag oomph originated. Yeah, because when I think about it, like oomph is like, oh, like a oof. Feels like a alternative out of that. One of the earliest tweets using it was a hashtag posted on February 21st, 2011. Oomph should massage mine, never mind. What? Was upset that one of her followers did not text her back. January 27, 2011 is earliest recorded use of the acronym OOMPH on Twitter. In 2011, a Twitter shorthand for one of my followers. Oh. But like it's... Eh? Low battery, okay. 2013. But I feel like it's had like such a resurgence then. Why have I only heard about it now if it's from 2013? 2024. What? Why is this one? What is this? Wait, Oomfie is one of my followers? I genuinely thought it was one of my friends. Wow, how touch my. Okay, maybe it means both, I suppose. Oh, it probably originally meant one of my followers, but now, much more modernly, it means one of my friends. Huh. That's my guess from reading this. Anyway, I don't know, Oomfie. So, that's it. I wasn't even talking about any of my Oomfies, to be honest, at the moment, because this is a story about myself, talking about Oomfies. But I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much for watching. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again, but for now, it's our farewell. Until next time. Bye bye for now.